Welcome to a bit of science. Today, we'll examine one of the most intricate and intriguing structures in the universe, the human brain. It is the control center of our body, responsible for all of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. There are three main parts of the brain: the cerebrum, cerebellum, and brainstem. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It consists of two hemispheres, each of which controls the opposite side of the body. The right hemisphere is primarily responsible for creativity and spatial ability, while the left hemisphere is responsible for analytical and logical reasoning. Each hemisphere is further divided into four main lobes: frontal, parietal, occipital, and temporal. Each lobe serves a specific purpose. The frontal hemisphere is responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. The parietal lobe processes sensory data such as touch and spatial positioning. The occipital lobe is responsible for vision primarily. The temporal lobe processes auditory information and is essential for memory formation. The cerebellum, located at the back of the brain, controls our balance and coordination. The brainstem acts as the autopilot of the body, regulating functions such as breathing, swallowing, and heart rate. At the microscopic level, the brain is composed of neurons, which are specialized cells. Neurons are the building blocks of the brain and nervous system, the cells responsible for receiving sensory information from the outside world, transmitting motor commands to our muscles, and transforming and relaying electrical signals at every step. Each neuron is composed of multiple components. The cell body, or soma, is the neuron's life support, as it holds the genetic material containing nucleus. Dendrites are tree-like extensions at the beginning of a neuron that help in increasing the cell body's surface area. These extensions receive information from other neurons and transmit it to the soma via electrical stimulation. The axon is a long, tail-like extension that conducts electrical impulses from the cell body to other neurons, muscles, or glands. Each branch of the axon terminates in a structure known as a synaptic terminal. Synapses are the microscopic spaces between neurons where signals can be transmitted from the axon terminal of one neuron to the dendrites of another neuron. This is how neurons speak to one another. The brain's plasticity is one of its most remarkable features. This means that it can alter and adapt in response to experience. For example, when we learn something new, our brain forms new neuronal connections. This is how we retain knowledge and acquire new skills. An additional example of cerebral plasticity is seen in individuals who have lost a limb. Over time, the portion of the brain that controls this limb can be reused for other purposes. This is because the brain can rewire itself to adapt to the change. Recovery from brain injuries is also dependent on brain plasticity. After a brain injury, other regions of the brain can sometimes take over the functions of the damaged areas, allowing the individual to recover lost abilities. Our brains continue to change and adapt as we age. This is why it is possible to learn new things and develop new skills at any age. The brain is also essential to our mental health. Depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia are associated with changes in brain structure or function. Understanding these changes can aid in the development of more effective treatments and support for those with mental health conditions. New discoveries and technologies are continually emerging in the field of neuroscience. One such advancement is the development of a brain-spine interface, which has enabled a person with a spinal cord injury to walk normally once more. In a study published in Nature, researchers created a digital bridge between the brain and spinal cord of a participant with a spinal cord injury. This bridge restored communication between the brain and spinal cord. The technology utilized two systems implanted within the body. These systems could record brain activity and send signals to the lower part of the spinal cord wirelessly and in real time. This brain-spine connection transformed cerebral activity into electrical signals capable of controlling the muscles in the lower limbs, thereby enabling the individual to walk. The human brain is a natural marvel with a structure that we are just beginning to comprehend. Who knows what discoveries will be made as we continue to study this intriguing organ? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the human brain.